Hi there, my name is Josiah Shaver, and I'm a grad student at Oregon State University studying water resources, policy, and management. This is a video about a trip that I am helping plan to Israel, Palestine, and Jordan in 2022, spring break. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. So, my advisor is Dr. Aaron Wolf, and he is a world-renowned water conflict mediator. He's got connections all over the place, including Israel, and in 2009, he actually led a trip to Israel with the Oregon State University Geo Club and the Oregon State University Hydrophiles Water Resources Club. So he's done this before, and he's going to be going with us next spring break. We are joining forces with 3 clubs this time. So I'm the president of the Hydrophiles Water Resources Club for this next year. We're joining forces with the Geo Club again, and Beth Coleman, the president there, is totally on board helping me figure this out. And then Sabrina Trimble from the Geography Club is also on board, and we're kind of combining forces. Some of our officers are also helping us put this together with these 3 clubs. Reasons why you might want to go on this trip might include, I'm just going from my list here of why I want to go: experiential learning, professional development, travel experience, networking, friendship building, adventure, experiencing a geographically significant area like the Middle East, learning about the culture, and visiting religiously significant places. And then, of course, big central for us is learning about water resources, geology, and geography of this amazing area. Now, I'm going to try to answer a few questions that you probably have about this. First and foremost being safety. Is it going to be safe with the recent conflicts that have gone on? And the answer is it will be safe if we're there as much as we can. We're taking every precaution to make it safe. If it's not, we're not going to go. We'll be monitoring the security concerns, safety concerns through the State Department to make sure before we go that it's going to be safe. We won't be going to areas that are high conflict and dangerous, of course, and we will also have a backup plan for a different place to go if this falls through. What about COVID is the other big concern, and the good news is that Israel, currently when I'm recording this video, Israel's doing really good with COVID cases. Of course, if there's a crazy outbreak and we can't go, that is a thing that we will also be monitoring. But be assured that we will take every precaution we need to. Next thing is cost, because it's not cheap to go fly to Israel, Palestine, Jordan area. So we're going to fundraise, and the last trip in 2008, they, I believe, they fundraised a lot to make it cheaper, which is what we're going to do, and our goal is to get it to $1,000 or less per student. Now, the total cost per student is more realistically like $3,000 to $4,000. So we're going to try to fundraise a lot, and both Beth Coleman and I have been on international trips with Geo Club before. I went to New Zealand, she's gone to other places, and we're able to fundraise at this level. It just takes time and effort and people pitching in and coming up with creative ideas. So that's on the docket. Fundraising, like I said, is going to be creative. We will probably even apply for some CEOS funding. Will be big. We're going to reach out to the Alumni Association. We might do some fun like bake sales or flamingo some yards. We'll see. Stay tuned. And then we'll probably also have like required hours for everyone who wants to go. I don't know what the number's going to be. Stay tuned if you're interested. But, something that between now and the trip, you're just chipping away at to get to that number of hours so that we're making sure everybody's pitching in, doing their part, and helping us raise the funds. We'll probably also have regular meetings, fall term, and then winter term we're planning to have a weekly class that we all attend to make sure we're on the same page, to do some before trip research about what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be seeing, culture, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. What's on the agenda, like where exactly we're going? We are planning to travel to all three areas: Palestine, Israel, and Jordan. The '09 trip did a whole bunch of fun things, and you can find their itinerary. I'll just link that below in the description. But of course, they went to Jerusalem. I believe they rode camels and saw a bunch of really cool things. The Jordan River, the Dead Sea, and probably a few other awesome places. Final thoughts here are, if you want to go, you will likely have to join one of these three clubs: Hydrophiles, Geo Club, or Geography Club. So look into that, and we are going to try to not take over these clubs and like do all, like every club meeting. We don't want that to be just planning for the Israel trip if you're going to the club and don't want to just hear about this trip all the time. So don't worry. And then how to stay informed. If we end up creating a bigger group or a registration list or something like that, I'm going to update the description here. So if you're watching this later on, go ahead and check that out and see what we have for you there. I hope this was informative, and hope to see you on the trip.